Hi, I'm Beryl, and the theme for today's video is toast. And if you're like,
Haven't we done toast like a million times?
no, we've done it 4 times. Hi, I'm Beryl, and the theme of today's episode is toast. And we're back with part 2 of toasts. And the theme of this week's episode is toast. We are back with another toast episode. Wah, 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 wah. This is number 5. Toast number 5. The artist today is Mary Jean Runke. She's from San Antonio, Texas. I came across her work on Instagram and just like, oh my god, blackbirds. And I feel like in general, blackbirds are super eerie, and there's something about these that were colorful and unexpected, which I really loved. I'm leaving a link in the description where you can check out her work and her other social handles. Okay. Toast number 5.
Ya Polina, g'day. Hope everyone's doing well. My name's Phil and I'm from Nipaluna in Lutruwita or Hobart in Tasmania in Australia. And now I'm residing on the unceded territories of the Musqueam, Squamish and Tsao Waututh Nations in Vancouver, British Columbia, Canada. Now, the toast I would like to talk to you today is known as savoury toast mostly in Tasmania, but also other families have started calling it cheese devils or bogan bread. Now, to make the savoury toast, what you do is you want to grab white bread and you want to heat it up until one side turns golden brown. Meanwhile, you want to mix up all the other ingredients, including cheese, tomato sauce or ketchup, Worcestershire sauce, and bacon bits. Then you brush the one uncooked side with margarine. You just plop everything else on top, just grill it in the oven until it turns golden brown. No, it's got a unique flavor just because of some ingredients that you wouldn't usually think to mix together in my opinion, such as Worcestershire sauce and tomato sauce. It's just a interesting experience for your taste buds. It was definitely one for me that I've never tried before. I learned about cheese devils from my brother actually. So my brother ended up going to cooking class first day of high school and then bringing this back, and he was super excited. And so my mum is always willing to try new recipes, and she decided to cook it, and it became a staple of our family as long as we were in Tasmania. Nali Nina too, so that's thank you and Palawakani and Wilika. Good eye. Cheers.
Since we're coming up on Halloween, we're starting with the cheese devils. That was really bad. I'm sorry. Starting with cheese devils from Australia from Phil. I think this will be good. Oh yeah. Actually, like double, oh yeah. I think that the Worcestershire sauce and tomato sauce go really, really good together. And then the cheese and the bacon, I mean, can't go wrong. This is so good. I'm already thinking about my next bite. Wow. I mean, it's like the ultimate savory toast. That's why it's also called savory toast. I didn't come up with anything original there. I was just like mimicking what I heard but didn't realize it. Cool. Looking at it, you kind of get this sense that it's kind of like pizza. And then when you bite into it, it's like pizza times like some sort of X factor that you don't know. And so if you didn't know what went into this, I think you might be like, whoa, what? I'm very curious to know about cooking class. I didn't know that cooking class was a thing. I wish I had had cooking class in high school. That would have been so much fun. I also like that this is what they were teaching in cooking class. Like nothing too intense that might turn you off from cooking, but like something simple, something delicious, a toast.
Hi, my name's Anya and I live in Glasgow in Scotland, but I grew up in London and my family is half Macedonian and half Italian. For those of you who don't know, Macedonia, or actually North Macedonia, is a country in the Balkans or Eastern Europe. which is where my dad is from and where this dish is from. So, toast. My favourite way to have it would be having ayvar on toast, which is a very Macedonian way of eating bread. Ayvar is a pepper and aubergine dip. I just find it refreshing and so tasty. There's so much depth to it and it just reminds me of home. It's also really easy to make. When I moved away in the middle of COVID, I was yearning for a way to taste something that tasted familiar and took me back to my grandmother's house and my aunts and my uncles, and this dip was that easy way to do that, because some of the other dishes that I longed for were just a lot harder to even know how to make, and it was kind of my window in to start making more Balkan foods, and I will always be really grateful for such an easy way to kind of get into that more. And basically it's good with anything. If you're like me, you might even eat it off a spoon, which I have been known to do. It's soft. I'd say it's refreshing because it's got that really fresh vegetable base. It's actually known as the vegan version of caviar. If I'm being honest, the reason why I think people should try it is not many people know Balkan foods. It is such an overlooked culinary experience, and it takes so many influences from so many different places in the world, because so many people have come to that area of the world and influenced it. It's got Mediterranean influences, it's got Middle Eastern influences. Like, it's so exciting, and I want more people to discover it, and I think if people gave it more of a chance, then they'd really like it.
Okay, we have Macedonian red pepper spread, and this actually I think is the first dish from Macedonia. I think maybe I should make a list at the end of the year of like everywhere that I have cooked from and understand the places that I haven't been. I don't know. Okay, so it smells really nice. This is definitely something that I feel like I had this in Russia, which kind of makes sense. Oh God, yeah. This was so easy to make, and it is so delicious. This would be such a nice gift to give to somebody, like if you're going to their house, or I don't know, even for like a birthday gift. Like, well, that might be kind of weird as a birthday gift, but like as a hostess gift, like this would be amazing. Okay, this really is reminding me of Russian baklajana ikra. Like, it's like this eggplant caviar. Oh, and this is like also vegetable caviar. Maybe they are cut of the same cloth. At first blush, this seems like, oh, you have to like roast it and blend it and, you know, cook it, blah, blah, blah. It all goes... Did you see that? What? It was a bug in my house. You probably can't see it, and I just look silly because I know what I saw. I saw a bug. Anyway, I was gonna say, like, it might seem like there's a lot of steps to it, but all of it is kind of very passive. Like, if you don't forget to take it out of the oven, like, you can let it sit for a while and cool down completely. And I feel like the work that you put in is 100% worth the output. Like, this feels like one of those, I made this type of, you know, dips. It's, I don't know if that makes sense, but it makes sense to me because I'm eating it.
Hi, I'm Pilar and I'm from Spain. So today I'm going to talk about my favorite way to have toast, and that is pan tumaca. Pan tumaca basically means bread with tomato, but it's not in Spanish, it's in Catalonian. So in Spain we have this dish for breakfast. If you go to a hotel or to just any restaurant or coffee shop, you can ask for pan tumaca and they serve you that. It's really easy to make. You just have to toast your bread. You need a baguette type of bread. You need to grate your tomatoes, and then it's really easy. You just get your toast, get some garlic and just press it and rub it all over the toast. Then you put the tomatoes on top, then you put some olive oil and some salt, and that's it. You don't have to do anything else. You have all the ingredients at home. It's really easy to make, and it's really tasty. Hope you like this, and bye. Kisses from Spain.
I just put on perfume for why? I sprayed myself with perfume to Philip alone in my house. I'm doing it for you guys. Can you smell me? Okay. Pan tumaca from Spain. So I have never grated a tomato before, and when Pilar said to grate a tomato, I was like, oh, maybe she means like dice or... No, it was great. And like, it looks really good. I started on like the little grate and I went up to the bigger grate, and that was the right thing to do. Ooh. This is like bruschetta, but this took like 2 seconds to make. Also, whoa, garlic. Okay, all I did was rub the garlic on like it tastes like garlic bread. This baguette is a little hard to eat. Grating a tomato was a really interesting, I don't know, like experience. It's literally the last thing in the world I thought that you would grate. For breakfast, this would be, sorry, hold on. It is so fresh. For breakfast, this would be such a treat. Like, this is kind of my perfect breakfast. Like, if I also had a coffee with this, I mean, I could make one. Nah, I'm not gonna make one. I'm just gonna pretend. One of the things that I like so much about these series is like learning these little ins from all of you about these dishes that, like, if I just read this recipe and tried to make it online, like, I wouldn't know that much about it, you know? And the idea that like you could get this at a hotel or that you have it for breakfast, like that's just like a little bit of nuance that I really appreciate, and that makes all of this so much cooler, because now when I go to Spain, I'm gonna be a little bit more like, oh, pan tumaca, I know what that is. I've made it. It's delicious. Pilar introduced me to it. One of the things about these toast videos that are so great is that these things are super easy to recreate without having to like actually cook something. Like, if you want, grab a tomato, grab your cheese grater, and you can make this Spanish toast. Bada bing, bada boom. One last toast, and we're ending with a sweet toast.
Hi, my name is Quintressa. I am from Malden, South Carolina. It's a little town right outside of Greenville, South Carolina. My favorite way to have toast is simply spread with monkey butter. I know it sounds really weird. No monkeys are actually in monkey butter, but monkey butter is a deliciously sweet and fruity spread. Monkey butter is called monkey butter because you will go apes over it. Monkey butter is made up of bananas, shredded or finely ground coconut, white sugar, crushed pineapple, lemon juice, and pectin, which is optional. You put everything into the pot and you cook it for about 10 to 12 minutes. And once it's boiled and all jammy like, you are ready to go and ready to eat. Monkey butter is very sweet, is very indulgent, and it's almost like an applesauce kind of texture. Everything that I found says that it originated in Tennessee. However, no one can truly say for sure if that's where it originated. I do know that banana jam itself was originated in Uganda, and that monkey butter is supposed to be a take on that. You can choose to use it as a condiment over your meat. Honestly, there's been occasions where I've been tempted to just take a spoonful of it and just eat the spoonful. It's that good. You'll go apes over it. Enjoy.
Okay, final toast dish. It's a sweet dish. I'm also wearing a sweatshirt of my alma mater. Feeling very, like, college co-ed. Okay. Quintressa, I appreciate that you told us all that there were no monkeys involved in the making of the monkey butter. That was my favorite part. It smells so good. Whoa, what? don't know why I didn't cut this. I don't like uncut toast. I don't know, that was silly. Okay, let's try again. Yeah, this is delicious. It's sweet, but like, why does this taste alcoholic? Maybe because I'm like associating this with like a pina colada. This is like in essence a pina colada as a spread. This would be very good with like pork or I don't know, honestly like probably even turkey, any sort of like whiter meat. It's got these vibes of like a tropical chutney, but there's a sweetness and that does make it very good on toast. This is like a late night snack type of toast for me. Why do I keep thinking it tastes like alcohol? Is this my body telling me that I need to be making myself a pina colada? Yeah. So interesting that this is based off of a Ugandan banana jam. I have never thought about using bananas as a jam. I think like my definition of a jam is so berry limited. Get it? It's berry limited. I haven't had any rum. I just feel like I have. As somebody who does not like sweet things, I love this. I do. I probably could have done a little less sugar and it still would have been sweet. This was a really great episode. You can watch some other toast videos up here if you want to see more amazing toast recipes to try, and I'll see you all next week. Bye-bye.